Good afternoon. It is Friday, October 25th, and welcome to The Pulse. I'm Katie Lee.
And I'm Justin Keller. Thank you so much for joining us. On this week's episode, Abdullah Barlas explores a mascot situation at Killingly High School that hits home for many MHS students. Then, Flyby Sports debuts with a head-to-head Halloween-themed obstacle course between two senior leaders of MHS's fall sports teams.
Finally, Tyler Berry delivers a heartwarming story of a community coming together to support a family through a difficult situation.
We have all that and more on this week's program. Stay tuned because you're watching
The Pulse.
From the MHS TV studio, The Pulse starts now.
The mascot changing process at MHS has left a lasting impact on not only our community, but across the state. Killingly High School in the northeast corner of Connecticut recently made a mascot change from the Redmen to, you guessed it, Red Hawks. This came after being inspired by the movement going on here in Manchester. Abdullah Barlas details the role our student activist group played in the change for Killingly.
Red Hawks. The mascot heard quite literally across the state. This past year, Manchester High School students took the initiative to change our mascot from the Indians to the Red Hawks. Recently, Killingly High School, just an hour from Manchester, has also decided to take the same steps to change their mascot from the Redmen, which has been in place for over 80 years, to the Red Hawks.
Personally, for me, I'm looking at something that we can have a really, that we can certainly be proud of and rally around and have a really cool logo that kids are going to just really embrace. And that when we buy our new uniforms and we have our new logos, it's something that we're really proud of.
While Killingly also had changed to the Red Hawks, students such as student activist Gio Martinez are simply glad that advances are being made despite the similarities.
We want, as a school of Manchester, to be the Red Hawks, but it's not copyrighted or anything. So while it's not an ideal situation, I think the Manchester Red Hawks are significantly different than whatever Killingly Red Hawks is going to be.
Advisor to the Student Activist Board, Mrs. Skripik believes that Killingly's change reflects upon the importance of MHS's development.
For Killingly to take the initiative almost immediately after we changed ours is very hopeful, it's very positive, and it shows that students are very committed to positive changing cultures within their schools.
It is clear that our mascot change has had much more than a local impact. It has also influenced others like Killingly to do the same. From The Pulse, this has been Abdullah Barlas reporting.
We wish the best of luck to the new Red Hawk community in Killingly, but if it comes down to it, we're going to have to show them who can fly higher.
I'd say we're definitely the flyer of the two Red Hawks, but that's enough corniness for one episode. Today is MHS's inaugural homecoming parade as Red Hawks, so who better than Abdul Jamal to give us some important information on the parade.
Good afternoon, Manchester. It's me again, the one and only Abdul Jamal.
And I'm Kelly Maloney, here today to let you all know. If you want to see me announcing the homecoming parade, make sure you pop out later today on Brookfield Street.
No, Kelly. They don't want to see that. What they want to see is the class of 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. Perform on Brookfield Street at 3:45 with the theme of New York, New York.
The parade is going to be a ton of fun, so make sure you come out, cheer for the class of 2020 when they win.
All that
and more
on this edition of MHS Homecoming. Faded out. That is amazing. Perfect timing, man.
That truly was amazing. Thanks as always, Abdul.
Speaking of the homecoming parade, for the first time in 4 years, there will be a new champion. The class of 2019 dominated the parade for the last 4 years with brilliant choreography and left a lasting impact on the classes they defeated along the way. Tyler Roya sat down with those affected by the success of MHS's most recent graduating class.
For the past 4 years, the class of 2019 have won it for their outstanding performances put on every year. However, now that they are gone, all classes are eager to compete. The class of 2021 is very excited now that the 4-time champs are gone.
I definitely think 2021 is going to win. I think we have practice, and I think we've got it in the bag.
All classes are now certain that they will win. With the class of 2019 no longer here, all the remaining classes are vulnerable for the #1 spot. From the Pulse, this has been Tyler Roy reporting.
Personally, I won't miss the class of 2019.
Maybe our class will have a chance now that they're out of the picture. Homecoming is just one of many events that Manchester hosts during the fall. As it turns out, it isn't just people that are putting on costumes for Halloween. Glaiza Fuentes breaks down an up-and-coming tradition in town.
Some people dress up as dogs for Halloween, but here at Barktoberfest at Charter Oak Park, it's the dogs that do the dressing up.
I like it because I like dogs.
Some dog owners went all out in dressing up their dogs, dedicating this day to their furry friends.
It's a special day for her, and we have a great time.
But there's much more to it than dogs and costumes. The money raised from this event goes to various charities relating to dog health and safety. Jen Burgeon highlights these charities and the purpose of this event.
And Barktoberfest is just a way to get together with our dogs. It's a fun recreational activity. We have things like hikes and stuff, and bring dog vendors out to meet our community.
Another goal is to inform dog owners about common health risks for dogs and ways to prevent these risks. Veterinarian specialist Nicole Strickland attended Barktoberfest and gave dog owners this information.
My job is basically to bridge the gap and get information out there that people otherwise just maybe not aware of, and it further promotes a happier life and better wellness for our pets, quality of life, and just covering preventative care for our canine companions.
Barktoberfest brings together numerous dog owners from Manchester and the surrounding towns. It helps promote canine wellness and also supports local vendors. From the Pulse, this has been Glaiza Fuentes reporting.
Barktoberfest will continue to grow, and hopefully the dogs are having just as much fun as the people involved.
Definitely seems like something my dog George would love. If you tuned in to the October 11th edition of The Pulse, you saw the sneak peek for Flyby Sports. Their debut episode is here with two senior leaders of our fall sports teams taking on the biggest challenge they will face this year.
We got this. All right. I'm Anthony. And I'm Cam. This is Flyby Sports.
What's up, MHS? I'm Cam.
And I'm Maz.
And we're the hosts of Flyby Sports. You already know we've got a banger plan for our first episode, right, Maz?
Of course, of course. All right, first we're going to give you a little sneak peek of our course, go through a little run through real quick, then we're going to meet our athletes.
Let's go. We're going to start off going through the cones, sideways, sidestepping through it, like an agility ladder. Then you comes over here to the dizzy bat. You have to do 5 spins. And you got to shoot a basket over here at the basketball hoop. Go over the hurdles. And then you're gonna have to do 5 more spins at the dizzy bat. And you're gonna have to throw a football through the hoop. All right, now we're going through here. Gotta knock over the pins with the scooter. There we go. And that's our Flyby Sports obstacle course.
Matty V, Keeney Elementary School.
Matt Valentine is a senior and captain of the boys varsity soccer team. On the field, he plays center back and has definitely been cooking lately.
Jaden Morgan, Bowers Elementary School.
Jaden Morgan is also a senior here at MHS and is a leader of our football team. Jaden plays safety for the team and has really shown that he is an instrumental part of the defense. Oh, very fast through the cones. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spins with the shot. Oh, nothing but net. Oh, he went the wrong way through the hurdles. Go, go, go. 5 more spins, 5 more spins. Football through the hoop. Ready? Oh! Go.
Strike. Let's go.
Stop the clock. 45-50. All right, after seeing Matt's run through the course, what are your initial thoughts?
I think I'm gonna do pretty good. He was a little dizzy, so I think that might trip me up, but I got this, man. I got it.
All right. Oh, knocked over a cone. Very aggressive approach to the cones. 5 spins. He's taking his time with the spins. Matt was a lot faster with the spins, so this might pay off. Oh, another brick. Very graceful through the hurdles.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got the football. Ready?
All right, football.
Oh, he's way off. Onto the scooter.
Did not make it through the hoop, but that's okay. He's going through with the scooter. Oh!
He doesn't get one.
One left. Oh, I don't know if that's gonna cut it. Time.
All right, 43 seconds. 45.
I got 3 seconds deduction.
3 seconds deduction.
Wow.
So that means so far Matt's winning.
Matt's in the lead.
Still got time to make it up. All right.
Yep. We have another challenge planned out next. Pumpkin Pong, because you know it's Halloween themed. This is airing October 25th, so Halloween's right around the corner. So let's go to it.
All right, welcome back. This is our next section of the Flyby Sports Challenge. This is called Pumpkin Pong. Each one gets a bunch of ping pong balls shaped with eyeballs on them, and the person who makes the most in a minute wins.
Elbow behind the line.
And Matt's winning so far. He's got 1 point on you. This is worth double. So if he wins,
double.
Yeah, if he wins the thing. But if you win, you secure the bag and win.
Elbow behind the line.
All right, ready? Yes, elbow behind the line, nice and straight. Ready? I'll demonstrate for you. Ready? Quick little Cash Money Records. Made it. You know, we're good. All right. So a minute starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
You guys both off to a bad start. Jake, first question to you. Favorite color? Red. Matt, favorite color? Blue. Oh, Matt's getting on fire. Jake, you better catch up. All right.
What's the last thing you watched on TV?
Adventure Time.
Why? All right, what's the last thing you watched on TV?
Manchester United versus Liverpool.
Oh, they tied. They choked.
What color socks did you wear today? White. What color socks did you wear today? White. If you won $1 million, what's the first thing you would buy? I don't even know.
All right, who would win, Superman or Batman?
Superman, 100%. Batman's trash.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jake, what the fuck? Oh, he missed. Done.
All right, we're gonna tally the results real fast, and we'll be right back with you.
Eight, 9.
In a shocking result, Matt loses 10-9. Jaden with 2 points wins the first episode of Flyby.
What? I had a 1 point lead.
I told you this one was worth double.
That's how it works out.
My main man, Jaden Morgan, you just won Flyby Sports.
I feel amazing, man. Shout out to all my people, my slime. I love y'all. Feel me? All that.
Huge shout out to Jaden and Matt coming down doing our obstacle course. It was tons of fun to film.
And a big congratulations to Jaden on being the first winner of Flyby Sports.
If you know anyone who wants to be on Flyby Sports, please contact either me, Cam, or Mr. Larson.
Also, if you have any ideas for challenges we can incorporate into the show, please let us know.
See you next week, MHS.
Woo!
Make the ground shake.
If you have any athletes you would want to see featured in a future Flyby Sports episode, make sure you reach out to Cam and Mazzy.
When you make your suggestions, just remember that I'm always available. Recently, staff members have begun to think the detention policies may be too loose, so they took action. Daisy Gonzalez brings us info on the recent changes.
Recently, students at MHS have noticed that the detention rules became stricter over the year.
Students have complained about how they believe the rules have become too harsh. However, staff believe that there is nothing wrong with the rules they're enforcing. We talked to Jason Boisier, a student that received detention for cutting class multiple times, to see his view on how things have changed over the year and whether they're effective or not.
I got a detention and an administrator came into my classroom period 7 and gave me a detention slip. I feel like it's been stricter this year because last year I would get detentions for skipping my study hall and I was able to not go to them and have no consequence for it.
We talked to Mr. Magruder, behavioral technician here at MHS, about how he ensures that students are behaving and attending their detentions.
Certain students that have detentions, they learn, and there are certain students that they just continue doing what they're doing to get detentions and they don't learn. So we really try to buckle down on detentions in all the academies, and just to make sure that students, they suffer the consequences for their actions if they're skipping class or if they're being disruptive in class. So we try as much as possible to be a stickler on detentions.
While many students try their best to get to class and school on time, they found it a challenge because they feel like detentions being enforced this year, different from other years, add on stress to their days. Students should make every attempt to be in class on time. New York best-selling author Eric Diggy once stated, "If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late." MHS staff are trying to ensure that everyone is on class on time. From the Post, this has been Daisy Gonzalez reporting.
Going forward, hopefully we see improvements in class attendance and hopefully the changes made benefit the students and staff.
On October 20th, hundreds of people participated in the Glastonbury Applefest 5K to support Hannah Forstell, a 13-year-old Manchester resident battling cancer. Tyler Berry shows us how difficult situations can lead to immense support.
We're going to do a big cheer for Hannah, okay? 1, 2, 3, woo!
Here at Illing Middle School, student Hannah Forstell was recently diagnosed with osteosarcoma. Osteosarcoma is a type of bone cancer commonly found in teens. Fighting cancer alone brings many challenges, but the community has come together to help the Forstell family.
Every year, Steve Weir and his company, the American Integrity Restoration, sponsor a team to run the Glastonbury Apple Harvest 5K in honor of a local family. This year, he chose Hannah Forstell. For every person who signed up for the race under his team, he donated $10 to the Forstell family. This year, they had 363 participants. We interviewed Mr. Weir and asked why and how he became involved with the 5K.
And a group of us from our church and just our family, and then just decided to get together and put together a race team in her honor to support her family. She had she has 3 children, and so we were going to support their family.
Heather Wynn, creator of the GoFundMe page and slogan #ForStellStrong, has also helped tremendously.
So the night that we found out that Hannah had cancer, my husband and I were fairly devastated, and in order to not be, we knew we had to do something that we could dive into to help and make things better. So we talked that night just that we wanted to do anything we could to support them.
Eric Forstell, father of Hannah, lets us know how Hannah is doing and shares his thoughts on the event. Also what Steve and his company have provided for him and his family.
She's doing pretty good. She's obviously out of the hospital right now. We got a couple weeks off and then we go for surgery. But overall, as you can see, her attitude's good. She's smiling. I think the event's pretty amazing. I mean, we live in the next town over. We'd never even heard of this before this, and what they're doing, I think American Integrity Restoration, I think they're awesome. I mean, they've been great with everything, and we really enjoyed it, and it's made a huge difference to us.
After the race, we asked the runner why they came out and ran, and then a few other people if they had anything to say to Hannah.
I came to the race today to support Hannah and her family through tough times, and hopefully she gets better soon.
Stay strong and keep fighting.
Stay strong, Hannah. We're all here for you and we all love you.
I hope that she stays strong and keeps fighting.
Just that we love her and we are here for her every step of the way, and that she will never fight alone, and she needs to know that.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who came today, and to everyone who supported me and signed up for the race, because I really appreciate it.
If you would like to help Hannah, please visit her Facebook page, #4StelStrong. It has all the current fundraising efforts, and any donation is greatly appreciated. From The Pulse, this has been Tally Berry reporting.
It's incredible to see how our community continuously comes together during tough times. Stay strong, Hannah. You have all our support through your fight. Next week on The Pulse, Lena Moraski will highlight the strong work ethic of Manchester cross-country teams, and Ben Roy will bring us a spotlight on the MHS custodians.
If you have any story ideas we might have missed, you can email Mr. Larson at b11elars@mpspride.org.
To learn more about The Pulse or to check out some of our other projects, visit the website at mhstelevision.com.
And don't forget to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook at MHS Red Prod. I'm Justin Keller.
And I'm Katie Lee. This has been
The Pulse.